In time, I'll get the thing, okay?
Ready?
In time, I'll get the thing.
Welcome to Talking 30. Today we are with Jaime. We're going to talk today about him rebuilding a life, starting a podcast from scratch, and lessons he has learned. Also interviewing strangers. So, Jaime, can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I started doing this podcast a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty sure you guys see me on my post and hopefully on YouTube. But I got this idea to start interviewing people about what they do for a living. And I had to get content, so then I just start hitting the streets and with my phone and a microphone and tripod, and that's pretty much what I've been doing.
So, how does it feel when you interview people?
I really enjoy it. I like getting to know people. I'm a people person. I'm very nosy as well. Soy bien metiche. And I'm actually curious about what people go through, how they got where they're going, if I can get a job there, if what it pays. I'm just curious.
So I know when it comes to interviewing people, there are times where you might get rejected. What is the feeling of that?
I've learned to take it as water off a duck's back. I just let it slide off. Life is full of no's. You're not ever going to win all the time. At first, it would kind of like sting a little bit, but I've learned to get past it, not take it personal, try to follow up and see if they change their mind. You might not like me at first, but you might like the idea of me interviewing you a little down the road. So I don't burn bridges. I keep it okay. I try to be professional about it. I've gotten a little tough-skinned about rejection.
Well, you know about when it comes down to rejection, that is what builds you stronger, and that is what brings you more motivation within yourself. And I'm pretty sure everybody has been rejected to a point, and we take that in as of positivity for us to grow more. Is that how you feel at times?
Like as a learning curve?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. I read in a book one time that a bad salesman picks up the phone, gets turned down, and he's like, oh, this isn't going to work. I suck. But a good salesman gets told no, and he's like, the next one might say yes. And they just keep calling.
In a few weeks, what kind of more interviews do you want to focus more on?
I want to start doing entrevistas en español.
Okay.
I speak Spanish. I want to get some Spanish interviewers. That way my cousin and my family and my friends in Mexico, because they write me. And they're like, hey, put subtitles on your videos. We don't know what you're talking about. And I want to give them something to watch too. So okay. Spanish speakers, business owners, whatever. Let me interview you guys. Déjame que les entrevisto.
See, that's a good part. He's willing to interview Spanish and English, which that is very interesting. It brings the opportunity to other people to go ahead and express themselves about businesses they own, just anything in general. So that's great that he's actually, giving the other people opportunities to go ahead and interview them in Spanish. So Jaime, tell us a little bit more what's behind Talking 30. Where did the name come from? I'm interested in that. What made you talk? What is behind Talking 30?
Well, I'm a real big fan of Soft White Underbelly. And originally I was like 30-minute interviews, right? So then I was like talking 30. But I thought 30-minute interviews, talking to people, and it's just an idea. But once you have that idea, it slowly starts formulating growing into something different. And you don't really know what you want until you start doing it. That's when you kind of like, I don't really like this. And I found we all have something we do. We all got to eat. We all got to figure it out. So I want to focus more on what people do, how they earn their daily bread. You know what I mean?
So I know previously you had spoke a little bit more about your past. How do you feel that your past affected your present, and what are you now making a change? For example, I know Talking 30s is a big part of your future now, where it has, now you're able to speak about your past and help other content creators or help other people individual in regards to your past. how does that affect your presence now, and what did you fix in your presence to make it the best?
I make better choices. I don't want to. If you don't change your habits and you keep up the same actions, you're gonna get the same results. You know what I'm saying? I've given the state like 8 years of my life. I don't want to go back to having people tell me what to do, what to wear, when I can go outside, when I can eat, what I'm gonna eat. That's not living. I don't want to go through that no more. And I see that I have family, I have friends that really care about me and love me and support me, and I don't want to be away from them. That's not right. And I don't want to put my family through that. I just lost my mom not too long ago, and she was like my biggest support system, and I don't have that no more. So I can't afford to go back or to doing bad stuff or reverting to bad habits.
That's good to hear, and I feel like sometimes we have to go the process in life to make us become the person we are now. And that's great, that you think like that, because you're willing to change your life around and you're willing to be a better person, and you're willing to help others as well. Making a content creators, you're able to help a lot of people, so your story will be an impact in other people's life. So I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank
Continue
you.
doing what you're doing. Don't let your focus be disturbed, because there's always going to be negative people that try to put you down, or people from your past that would try to come and destroy what you currently have going on. So continue doing what you're doing, and if nobody has ever told you, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. This is a fresh start, your beginning of your new career. Now, when it comes down to content creating, how is it difficult? Is it easy? Talk to us a little bit more about that when it comes to content creating.
I think at first I used to share the same idea of, oh, that's easy. Those fools making easy money. No, it's not. There's a lot that goes behind this. You can't just have an idea and then it gets done. You have to put in the footwork behind any. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. But it doesn't come free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I had to first go get interviews, right? Great idea, Talking 30. Interview people about what they do for a living. Cool. Now I got to get people that are willing to get on camera, and your times have to synchronize with them. A lot of my interviews, they're done on the spot, right there. Let me go get the camera out the car and then we'll do this right now. So I have to get an idea of what to ask them, and I interview them. Now I have to edit the video. And I didn't know next to nothing about it, but I had to learn. And now I'm posting. I'm getting better as I do it, and hopefully by the time I get to 100 videos, I'll be really good at this and it won't be that hard.
It takes time. Everything takes time.
Yeah.
It's a process. And tell us about, how was your first day when you first started content creating?
A lot of stumbling over words, a lot of nervousness, anxiety over being on the camera. And it's not, when you're nervous and then the person you're interviewing is kind of going to get that energy off you too, so it's kind of awkward. But after that first one, it wasn't that hard.
What helped you become more confident within yourself when speaking to the camera, speaking to people? What helped you so you're able to help other beginner content creators?
Record yourself. Get comfortable on the camera. Before I went to jail this last time, I was doing a little countdown before I went to I had an idea I was going to have to turn myself in. So I figured I had to go do a couple months. And before that, I started recording myself like day 30, day 29, day 28. And I was posting myself out here before I had to turn myself in. And that helped me get comfortable on camera, get comfortable looking at the phone or the screen or whatever. So just practice in front of the camera. Get comfortable with that, and the rest of it comes easy.
Can you go ahead and tell the audience a positive advice that you will give those people that are currently in the situation that you were prior to becoming a content creator? Just anybody in general that's going through hardships into just getting released from prison or from jail. What is a positive advice that you will give them, because you have already been there?
Well, you just got released, man. You're not in the box no more. You're not in the box no more. You have all the world is your oyster. Whatever you believe you can achieve, just you gotta go do it, man. Ain't no one gonna do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to start a business, figure out how to do it and put in that footwork. Make it happen. I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I have one now, and I'm constantly putting videos, but it ain't just achieving it. Now you gotta mantener el paso. You gotta keep it going. There's work to it, but as long as you're willing to do the work, you can achieve anything.
So out of all the interviews that you have interviewed before, which interview impacted you the most?
I haven't posted it, but there was this personal trainer I interviewed, and she was a single mom, and she built her business up from the bottom up, and we're supposed to redo it soon, but that one did, because it really impacted me that someone that had all this on their plate could still push through, and while maintaining the household, still make it happen. You know what I mean? I admire my mom a lot, because she was like that too. So that resonated with me a lot.
Well, that's good to hear that you actually take accountability to realize that it is a hard work when it comes to motherhood.
Oh, of course.
You know, so
I had a really good mom, so it's like I now a lot of girls I meet or women I meet and stuff, I kind of see the contrast, and I'm like, oh man, my mom wouldn't have liked you.
Well, that's beautiful. You know that we're able to have Jaime see a little bit of our inside when it comes down to motherhood. That it could be a little hectic, it could be a lot of work, but some way somehow we make it happen. So let me ask you.
Yeah, there's Father's Day today. There's a lot of women celebrating Father's Day, right?
Yes. Females, please. You know, we do got to give the men their appreciation. We got to see them for who they really are. You know, let's not take too much credit on it, because being a mother and being a father is two whole different roles.
But shout outs to the moms that wear both hats.
Yes, shout out to the moms that were both mother and father. But there are some great fathers out there that are just as important as we are. And it's the same thing for mothers. There's fathers that are both roles. You know, they're mother and father. So that's why God says it's never good to judge, because we don't know nobody's story.
And unless they come on Talking 30 and willing to tell it.
Unless if they do come and Talking 30 and they want to go ahead and, you know, share how it feels to be a mom, being a dad at the same time, or being a dad and the mom at the same time, because both roles could have different perspective, which in fact we do have different perspective.
I also feel that right now too. That's a lot of people can relate to that.
Oh yes, definitely. So whoever moms, if you are a mom and a dad, go ahead and hit Jaime up. And dad, if you are mom and dad at the same time, go ahead and hit Jaime up. He will love to go ahead and give you guys the opportunity to interview you guys, and for you guys to go ahead and express yourself on how it feels. So Jaime, another question. I know you do interview a lot of people. What is one common thing that you normally see when it comes down to interviewing people? What is something that they have in common?
Everybody doubts themselves. They always tell me like, oh, I'm shy. I don't like being in front of camera, when they haven't been in front of camera. And after they first initially, the people that go through with it and they let me interview them, they realize the camera doesn't bite. It's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's usually, it's not that impactful, and they like it.
Are they more open to you when you get to like 15, 20 minutes into talking to them?
Usually at 5.
Okay, perfect. Has Talking 30s made a change in how you view people?
I've learned not to judge people, because you don't know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might be a guy that cuts you in line, but you don't know that his girl just said that her water broke, or that he just got a call and his kid's in the hospital and he has to go, and I don't take things personal, whereas in like they do things to me personally, or oh, he got it easy, you don't know what it took that man to get that job or what he had to study, or you know what I'm saying. Like it's taught me to respect, and I've got a newfound respect and patience with people.
And Jaime is completely right. We are not ever supposed to judge anybody because we don't know what the person has been going through. For example, throughout the years, I have learned that adults bring a lot of their childhood trauma within them, and most people don't know how to express themselves. Sometimes they express themselves by screaming, by cursing, by making somebody else's self-esteem very low. So we need to feel more empathy for people and take accountability that we're not all perfect. Well, you know, a lot of people tend to judge. That's the first thing. Like, let's say if they see a person do something negative, like, persons automatically judge. But we don't know if that person that day had it very rough. You know, by me saying empathy is have a little bit more self-awareness. You know, maybe a smile could change a person's day for the rest of their day, you know, or even you acknowledging them, saying, hey, you know, good afternoon or good evening. You know, we don't know how just one little word or just a face expression, a little smile could really change a person's day, you know. And
give that person that hug.
Yes, we need to have a little bit more self-aware, have a lot of empathy, not only for yourself, but for everybody that's out there in the world.
I couldn't have said it better.
So we have come into a conclusion, but don't worry about it, because later on we are hoping to make more interviews with Jaime and learn more about himself, because there is a lot more that we need to learn about Jaime. And
the story's only growing every day.
The stories is just growing every day. Talking 30 does not stop here. It's going to continue. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to be interviewed, go ahead and subscribe to Jaime. It does not take more than a second to subscribe, and it is free. Hit him up if you want to be interviewed, or if you even want to interview him. Let's help each other grow, and welcome to Talking 30s.
Thank you guys for your time.